really wanted to start talking about some of the backlash that's happening just not in the United States, but also across Europe, when this push to put all these energy efficient, well, renewable energy, clean energy technologies in local communities and ban internal combustion engines. So that ought to be an interesting couple segments. But first, I have to start with my favorite segment, which is breaking news, or you just can't make this stuff up. And I never thought I would ever read a story like this, but and they actually said this is the first criminal case of its kind. But a man has been charged with smuggling greenhouse gases from Mexico into the United States. And what he's doing is he's actually smuggling refrigerants that have been banned in the United States and are still available in Mexico. They cause damage. Their emissions are bad. They've been banned for environmental harm they cause. And frankly, they were fairly well used in air conditioning, HVAC systems, geothermal heat pump systems. They're very effective, but they're banned in the United States. But this enterprising criminal actually decided to go into Mexico, buy these banned substances, these refrigerants, and then sell them in the United States. And he got caught. Michael Hart is a 58-year-old man from San Diego who pleaded not guilty to smuggling hydrofluorocarbons, or HFCs, commonly used in air conditioning and refrigeration, and then selling them for a profit. The illegal smuggling of hydrofluorocarbons, a highly potent greenhouse gas, undermines international efforts to combat climate change, says David Ullman, who is the assistant administrator for the EPA's Office of Enforcement and Compliance. And anyone who seeks to profit from illegal actions that worsen climate change must be held accountable. Does that apply to John Kerry? I don't know, because he seems to fly around a lot. He's going to be featured in my Energy Talk segment. So it's interesting, but it is kind of a unique thing where Hart is also alleged to have imported HCFC 22, which depletes ozone, in substance that have been phased out in the United States and has been illegal since 2020. So he clearly found a market. The U.S. Attorney Kara McGrath said this is a significant milestone for our country. This is the first time the Department of Energy is prosecuting someone for illegally importing greenhouse gases, and it will not be the last. Well, that is interesting, and it kind of points out an obvious question. I mean, clearly we have some border security issues, right? But this is, sort of the black market that no one really talks about. But I had no idea that there was this booming black market for banned HFCs. But it makes sense, especially in industries like air conditioning and refrigeration, where these refrigerants are very important. They work really well. Unfortunately, they have bad side effects, which is why they're banned. But they had been used in American industries for a long time, up until the last few years. So it was just sort of an interesting thing. I never thought I'd read about a man who's being prosecuted for smuggling HFCs